success that we have had in taking Washington, D.C. and changing the dynamic of the whole war here in game. Okay, look at this. Just the beauty. Unfortunately, this is under the dark cloud of plenty of atrocious behavior on the part of our Indian allies. Most likely, anyway, the folks in the north have not been treated very well. So the raids have continued through Illinois. We have messed up their infrastructure, their telegraph infrastructure, in a couple of different few places. I think they've rebuilt it since then. We'll be going probably back through a lot of this area. I have plans to do more raiding with the 2nd Indian Cavalry. Iowa is going to get it next. I think the 1st Indian Cav might bring itself up to Chicago and give the people of that city a little taste of the war. We want to make sure the Northerners know what's up. Now, the key behind this, of course, is that when you raid down things like farms, like manufactories and telegraph stations, lead mines and other mines and towns and things, right? All of that helps to bleed support away from the Union cause, yes? And the support being bled away is the most important part. We will need to continue doing that over here, and then we will need to start doing more of it over here with the main Army of Virginia. Okay, an old strategy that we were looking at was to revert to the defensive now, because I had an improper understanding about the strategy and objective portion of the game for the Confederacy. I'll explain further. Thank you to Bass Brothers 5017, a commenter who alerted me to how I had apparently suffered from delusions of victory disease, guys. I made too many presumptions, and I think maybe conflated some of my understanding about the way 1864 works from my experience in the Union campaign that I played. I remember I went back to some of the VODs from that playthrough, and in fact, I had talked quite a bit about how when you get later on in the toward the 1864 election, it is a threshold of national morale which the Union must stay above in order to get Lincoln elected. However, I had it wrong with these midterms. Looked like a damn idiot to everybody. I'm sure that there were a bunch of members that dipped out of the stream last time because I just couldn't handle and it was too embarrassing to watch me make a fool of myself on this one. So, gentlemen, it is entirely my fault, but thank God it is not too late, because we are going to adjust our thinking based on what I have now since enlightened myself to, and that is the fact that with the midterm elections, it is not indeed national morale that matters, it is national support in the North. We need for the voters to be so devastated that they are going to put the Democrats in, and what matters the most is undermining the nation's support for the war effort. And I guess the way I might describe that, I tried to think about that a little bit, like in the existential sense. How do you talk about these numbers in a way that you might understand like how it worked in the real world, I guess you might say. And it's like national morale for the Union right now. You take a look at it right up there is 54. So after taking Washington, D.C., we have really cut them at the knees, and their fighting spirit right now couldn't be any lower in the North. However, they are still at an 80 for national support. And what that tells me is that the people of the North, still in their gut, they're rooting for the powers that be in Washington to put down this whole rebellion still. And as a matter of fact, you could even say that taking D.C., it might kind of create a little bit of a galvanizing in the folks' guts and what they're going to go do on Election Day at the ballot box, right? And when I say folks, of course, I mean white men who owned land in the North and own businesses and all that. But at all rates, the voters, I think, are represented by this national support number. And so it is this national support number that we must begin to move down. I think as we continue taking more cities in the north, which I believe that we will be able to do quite effectively with the Army of Virginia in the east, I think that will affect national morale more. You guys jump in the chat. You there in the saloon, tell me about what's right and what's wrong there. We've got some folks already jumping in. Jay is here again. Nice. Glad to have you, everybody. Perks. We'll be looking, of course, around at perks. But that I wanted to go over first, right? For everybody who might not have actually known better than me about it and might have been listening to what I was saying about what our strategy would be with regard to a road to victory through the midterms, we're going to be changing what we do now because of what I have learned about that. Now, that brings me to kind of the way that we need to treat this region militarily going forward. We're probably going to bring the Army of Virginia and we're going to bring them back up to D.C. and the surrounds. We're going to kick the Army of Potomac out of here. We'll probably come up to Alexandria and D.C. and probably take things from there. Probably going to take Baltimore and Annapolis and Frederick. We're going to take all of the Maryland area here and hold sway. That will secure us control of the iron mines here. We have two Union armies that fell back up into and around Gettysburg, between there and Harrisburg, that we're going to have to watch out for. The positioning of our armies and the ability for them to support each other, the wings of our armies, I should say, is going to be paramount. Once Johnson's command, Army of the Northwest, finishes this fort here, he is going to be ordered back into the Shenandoah Valley. He'll utilize this depot here before we burn it down, and he'll be here to help. Probably position him near Harper's Ferry and help double secure near Frederick and Harper's Ferry that iron mine. And then I think what we're going to have to do is we either push all the way to Harrisburg and this river and set up a new line there strategically, right? And then at the same time, in the next phase, say late summer, fall, maybe early winter, I think the Army of the Northwest starts working its way west into West Virginia again, down the B&O Railroad to take Grafton, and then back up to take Wheeling, and then maybe over here to Pennsylvania, or the Army of the Northwest marches up into southern Pennsylvania, maybe around here. See, they've got this new hospital right here. If we could come up through here and cut that railroad connection, we would do a good service to ourselves putting together a new line here that is flanked by the bay and then flanked by the mountains here, right? And then they would have to figure out probably how to get people back around to Pittsburgh. They would probably consolidate around Harrisburg and or Philadelphia. And then we may, at that point, we'll see how policy works in our favor, have an opportunity to increase the strength and the size of the armies in the East so much that perhaps indeed we could push all the way north to Philadelphia and into southeastern Pennsylvania, maybe even up to Trenton. That would be something. I just don't believe we could probably get that far realistically. We'll see. But the war will be moving north, that is for sure. And that goes for pretty much the entire map. We're still in Missouri. That's where our first battle is likely to occur after we push play. And then this should wrap up soon, and Gideon Pillow's army should be prepared soon to advance into Kentucky and threaten Louisville and the Union control of that state. We're going to have to do this before November 1862. So the goal there, of course, take Louisville and kick all of the Union troops out of Kentucky. That could be like the main thrust of, what we're on the clock for before November 1862, as kind of a tandem interest with eroding Union national support. So I'm looking forward to trying to take all of that on and see what we can make happen here. Let's go ahead. Before I push play, I'll tell you what. Let's push play. Let's get into the Army. I want to make sure the Army of Arkansas, by the way, too, it's going to be important to look at this, okay? Enlistments. Enlistments are coming up. We need to fight with some of these forces because there are only, some of them have 21 days, 11 days, 12 days. And what will happen is about half of the brigade will disappear in each instance. All right? So you see there are going to be a few more. 14 days for Davidson's cavalry. Say McGowan, 32. So right off the bat, I would say the guys that are like days left to go, we're going to put them in the red for replacements here. Let's just do this real quick so that we've got it covered, right? And another idea I got, Philip Hughes, thanks to him for this, is in the future, you might have to remind me, is to put together dedicated engineering commands. Kind of like I was doing at the very beginning of the game, but to kind of do it in a more concerted way and have them be real beefy. And so I'll probably be working on that as well. We don't need to know. We can do this. Okay, everybody else, I think we can keep on green. We've kind of set that all up already. The other thing I was going to work on, let's upgrade some guns here. We have got lots of Lorenzes we can hand out and Augustins. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade that. Let's upgrade. I should be maybe more selective here based on kind of RP stuff. So this guy's got a star. Let's go ahead and give him Lorenzes now with Gardner. Clayton does not have, and plus he's going to lose half strength. Let's go ahead and give him some Augustins. Good. 6-pound field guns all around pretty much. Let's see if maybe we've got some more 3-inch ordnance rifles to use. Yes, we do. 7 pieces. So let's get a battery that's smaller. Yeah, 3 guns right here. Let's do that. And let's get another group of... okay, so let's do that. Hey, wait. Okay, I guess I can't do 4 and 4. Trade of 4 and 4. Let's do this one with 3-inch ordnance rifles. Let's go back to Lavelle and let's get him some 12-pounder Napoleons. And let's have Ripley with some 12-pound Napoleons. And this army's potency and power will be amplified by a good bit right there. And be ready to take on this threat that's coming right here. They're coming for us. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay on the offensive. We're going to do a meeting engagement with these bastards right here. And then what this army will then do is march up to take this depot. We're going to double time it. So I believe that we'll have a battle here soon. We'll be waiting on that to trigger. Got a double B minus. Let's look at finances real fast. You know what? This number looks way better than it did. Yeah, somehow buildings have gone way down. I wonder what that's about. And then the other thing, I need to look at this. We want to make sure that we are not overcrowding our prisons. Right? Natchez upgraded. Excellent. So we still got plenty of room. Because when you overcrowd your prisons, the support from the states where there are prisoners goes way up because their conditions, are abysmal. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Yes, that's the way. Ooh, we didn't have them this strong. Interesting. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Henry McCulloch on defense, not outnumbered 2-1, but outnumbered significantly, with the Department of West in front of him and the Army of Arkansas coming. 1704. I'll tell you what we're going to do with more cavalry than them. Let's withdraw for starters. And I want to see if I can spread them out. Let's raid. And let's force march back to the depot. I'm going to stay on the offensive. We're going to do a little night march right here. There we go. There we go. All right, no more raiding. Scouting only. Yeah, they came back and they took the depot from us. We'll take it back. Or we should, anyway. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're still in the green right there. Okay, we got the depot back. And we got the Army of the West moving on their depot back here. Right? So we'll put them in a pinch here, extend their supply lines, maybe even drag them back into northeast Arkansas, spread them out that much more. Now we've taken this depot. Let's go yellow. Let's burn. We'll keep it. No, we'll keep that one. Mm. 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 If the Confederates did win, what would we call it? Yeah, I don't know about that one. All right, over here in the east, meantime, we're going to have Magruder. Okay, we're going to go into nighttime, and then we're going to plan another movement with the whole army. We're going to move north to Culpeper. We're going to swipe the Army of the Potomac, hopefully, which I do believe we will be able to do. They've only got 14,000 men. Yeah, they'll retreat. Pretty sure. Okay, let's pause it since it's nighttime. Let's get Magruder. Bonk. We're going to have him force march on May 5th. Okay, and then Ewell will force march to here on May 6th. And then the Army of Virginia headquarters is going to force march with Magruder to here on May 5th. And we'll have that all planned out, ready to roll. This fort's done now. Fantastic. Johnson is going to hop his happy ass back on a train, and we're going to go right to Acquia for starters. Bonk. Let's do that in the east. Mm-hmm. Mm. Okay, we got these guys in a bit of a pickle now, I believe. Army of the West could go take St. Louis. Let's get, no. Let's get to here. Let's force march it, go. 8,700 men, 11 guns with them. They're raiding me, it looks like. I think so. Now we move north and counterattack. Do it. We're going to come up here. We're going to hit the Army of Arkansas. Hopefully, when the Department of the West has found itself far enough away to be outside of supporting distance, and Henry McCulloch, along with R.H. Anderson, may pull off a brilliant campaign in Missouri in the summer of 1862, rather the late spring of 1862. We will have, oh, here we go. Army of the Ohio has gotten itself engaged here. Okay, they don't have a perk. But they have 14,000 men and 11 guns. Yeah. All right, so we contacted these guys again. But this time, it's a little different. The Army of Arkansas is up first. And we have time to attack and crush them if we can do it. Henry McCulloch is interested in doing just that. Perhaps the Army of, or the Department of the West can make a retrograde movement. Hey, Growl, esteemed member, back into the saloon. I'm glad to see you, man. Hey, I see him in the chat there. Thank you, sir, for being here. Love that guy. Love him. Love you, man. Here we go. I think we're going to do this. Let's go. Let's play a battle just for fun anyway, huh? Out here in Missouri. Let's see how we do, boys. Badly outnumbered. We are not outgunned, however. Major General Henry McCulloch, with Benjamin under his command, have several divisions of angry CSA troops ready to take it to these Yankees. Let's go, boys. Yeah, Grau's not been in a little bit. All right, we're attacking this time. Fine. That's fine. That means they're going to be sitting still, most likely anyway, since they only have 8,000 troops to start with. All right. Why does it always say 0 and 0? I don't understand that bit. That's strange. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is starting out like we thought. They got 7,500 men here right now. We got 5 hours to whoop these boys, just like you said right there. Men's lives are not a game. Yes, indeed. But we must drive these Yankees before us. All right, so we'll be moving through here. This is, okay. Flurry Hills. Okay, I like this map. I fought on this map several times before as the Union. We had the Battle of Soggy Bottom around here, the Battle of Flurry Road. Okay, I know this map fairly well. It all kind of comes together at Pepper's Mill and Woolcut right here. The fight will move through this area. Let's see. What are we dealing with as far as terrain? Ooh, wow. They've got a nice little mountainside to fight on. So I think what we end up doing is bringing the army in here between these two creeks and pushing out and then flanking this way. Where are they coming from? Yeah, their reinforcements come from here. Ooh. Okay, what that tells me is that we're going to want to push this side of the line. We're going to want to push up this mountain on this side of the line, and we're going to want to whip them over here, rolling this way like that. Maybe we can take this objective and then also take this one at the crossroads by the end of the day. Revert to the defensive at that point, although I'm not sure what the line would look like, but then anchor a line from the top of the Flurry Hills all the way to the creek here and make them then attack up the ridge at us through these woods, maybe around this way too if they have to. I think that's probably what the plan's going to be right here. Yee! I think that's what we're going to get up to here, gentlemen. I think that's what Henry McCulloch's plan is going to be. All right, his younger brother, get out, set on the road here. Let's get McClaw's division up, and let's bring them right behind them, say, let's go ahead, let's do this. I don't like doing this formation, this columns formation. It just annoys me a little bit because you can get up into a fight, and it's hard to get those guys out of that column. Here we go. With Price's division. And then you have Adams' cavalry, which can be a real asset for us. I think probably they'll end up being the bulk of the, we'll have them on the right flank out in this open ground out here. Maybe out this way, guarding this area. Here's the deal, though. Problem is with this that we have fewer men, and it'll take us 5 hours just to get there. All right, so they are going to have their whole army in place up here, most likely. So we may actually want to change our plan. We may actually want to move into the Red Hills, flank on Red Pond, set up, just start by setting up around here, maybe. Problem is that we won't have anywhere to anchor the army. We could have the cav stretching all the way down to Pepper's Mill, and then have the army set up between here and here, and we'll attack and try to fold them here. What we may do too. Wilson N with a Cigar Fund Super Chat donation. Thank you, sir. That's $5 that goes to a good cause, my friend. Let me tell you. Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you. Shout him out in the saloon, bro. All right. So I'd say Adams' cavalry then could stretch out our left and maybe get into these woods and keep the AI thinking, in this direction. And then an infantry assault happens over here across Red Creek and tries to go for this objective right here is maybe what we do instead. All right, guys? And let's see. Oh, they could come on from here too. Yeah, okay. So that convinces me even more. So they have the chance to just, bring guys in from here and here, and that we should probably utilize this area of the field over here to put our army, at least for starters. All right, we started a minor defeat. That's fine. Claus, get up a little closer, my man. Henry, you get up a little closer too. Price. Adams' cavalry is going to go. They're probably going to go out first. We'll probably give them the order to move first. How many of his units have scouts available? These guys? All of them? Nope. Marmaduke. And Smith. Excellent. So Adams' cavalry division is going to be of great use to us in this battle. Do believe. And here we go. Oh, all right. My rear left nipple becomes a veteran member. Thank you for signing on, sir. Well worth the membership, I promise you. You have at least 30 hours of solid black powder combat drama in your future, my friend. Check out my Battle Epic video vault, where you will have access to multi-part battle series and one of my other favorite black powder tactical games called Scourge of War. I cover the Battle of Waterloo, both from the French and the Allied perspective. Those both are long series, and they are massive, epic engagements. Also, the Battle of Antietam is one of my prized projects. I think that's an 8-part series covering 4.5 hours that is then edited down from 14 hours of raw battle gameplay in Scourge of War and their massive army scenario for Antietam. Guys, I'm telling you, if you like this stuff, that Battle Epic video vault is for you. Let's push play right here. Let's go. Here comes Adams. Let's get Adams out. I mean, I'd say I would just I would abide by the first plan. I just don't feel we got a lot more cover over here. Maybe we'll change back. But let's have Adams bring everybody right here. Let's do that for starters. And he'll get his orders. We'll go to 5 times. Let's go, boys. Let's go. We're going to get the army on the move right here. All right. Okay, then we're going to have Benny boy. He'll bring his division. We'll have them come to right here. Right there. Let's bring it a little slower. Let's bring McClaws in next. He comes to, I would say, right here for now. All right, right like that, right like that. Got all the cav out. I can hear that, right? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you got Adams taking a couple of different roads there. That's fine. Let's have Henry come on. He'll come to Pepper's Mill. And then Price, we'll wait just another second, but he'll get his orders. And we'll have Price go ahead and gather near the mill as well. And we'll have him in these woods right here. He'll come from this road. Okay, fantastic. I'm fine with it. All right, and we'll go back to 5 times. Pretty sure the Yanks won't have anything to surprise us and that they'll be sitting tight most likely. We'll see how fast they can bring their reinforcements onto the line. But pushing down this way like this actually is not, I mean, and then like anchor here and then just push, and then try to roll up the hill. That may be, yeah, you guys may, whoever mentioned that may be the smartest course, because we've got cover down here from their artillery. We could deploy ours right about here, fire up at them. We could anchor the army against here. They have a road they could take to try to flank us, and if they want to divide their army against us to try to come around this way, well, that kind of helps us. So I think I'm gonna go revert back to Plan A. I think we'll go back to Plan A. Yes, we need Stonewall back so bad. Oh, geez. Cyric, don't you worry, my man. I can't see you as well because you're not a member. Sorry. It's one of those things. I see the green names pop up the most. And then if I see something that's kind of verbose from somebody who I know is kind of new, then I'll be able to read that. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I see them on the move here. Oh, I wonder what they're going to reposition. It looks like a little bit. All right, Adams. Let's have this brigade. We're just going to spread the cavalry out here. Let's have this brigade with Smith. Let's have Helm. Let's have Davidson bring in his scouts. We don't really need these scouts out right now from here or here. Let's go 2 times. Let's have these boys go here. And we'll just kind of change facing right there. All right, we'll have this area locked up. We'll dismount. Okay, they're going to go into their defensive stance. Fine. And we may indeed have time to try to do this thing. And as a matter of fact, I'm curious. Ooh, I'm curious. No, let's mount back up. Let's get our scouts back out. Let's jump into column. Does Steele not have scouts? Okay, he doesn't have scouts. But I'll tell you what let's do. Let's get crazy. Let's cross here. Go in double time. We got time to do this, right? Let's distract them with these two. They're going to ride out and distract them. And we're going to move this way. And if there is a route over here to this victory point around the flank, and we can just take that, that'll be huge. And I may just send my army along the road that way. We'll probably send some troops out to cover the movement, but otherwise we'll probably take a division or two and just move them that way and then just move up the hill. What we have to hope for in that instance is that they're not coming from here. And if they are, could be crazy. Could get wild. Could get crazy wild. We're going to evade. Evade. We're going to... I think we're going to screen, except we'll have to micro it a little bit. So let's go out there with them. Go, go, go. And kind of up here. We'll maybe do a little hit and run there. And then this guy's going to make... no, don't use the roads. Don't use the roads. And go this way. There you go, buddy. There you go. All right, we're making this movement right here. Our vedettes are out front. And, yeah, we're going to attract the attention of this artillery. That's fine with me, man. That is perfectly fine with me. Let's take these boys up and mess with those skirmishers right here. Oh, keep those scouts out, man. Are they out? Okay, they are. Let's go. Let's go. Hit them. Let's go. Hit them. Oh, they're in evade. That's right. Never mind. They're in evade. Okay, I think this is their first army. So if we can get up and we can make an attack right at them, I think we may want to do that. That's that Army of Arkansas. They got some good guns over here, by God. We're going to come shoot at them. Little hit and run, little hit and run. Little hit and run, drive them off. We got the whole cavalry brigade come forward now. There we go, boys. There we go. Let's go. Let's go hit and run. Little hit and run here at the cav. All right, let's now have Adams run out here. They don't hit and run so well. Hopefully, since they're on evasive, we'll run. But we're going to grab their attention. Of course, that's the good thing. We're doing all right. We're not losing too awful many men. At least not right now. These boys are going to have the cavalry division commander up closer so that we can get the orders in for these boys to pull back. Retreat. Pull back. Retreat. Good little hit and run there. Good little hit and run. Good little hit and run now. You two, come on back. Adams, you going here, boy. Right there. All right, I don't see any Yankees over here. Davidson, come on. All right, both of these units look like they're broken. We got to rally. Fine, fine. But They are far from routed, okay? They still have a lot of troops left to lose in order to be out for the whole day. So that's the good news. Price, keep on coming. Price, keep on coming. We're going to set him up right at the crossroads. We're going to bring him. We got to bring dudes. We got to bring dudes. Mm. 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 Yeah, you're right. So I would say, come on out here, right? Double quick. Let's take that. I think that would force them then maybe to delay and have to come on from here. Is that right? Is that right? I don't know. All right, so we'll pull back right there. They're going to be a little stunned. Marmaduke and his cavalry is going to come out to right here. Adams' cavalry division doing some pretty good work here. McClaw's. We're going to have to stack him up back here. Got to keep bringing guys. Got to keep bringing guys, damn it. That's a good call on bringing Steele out to take that, man. I think that's going to be real helpful for us. Thank goodness that we upgraded our weapons before this battle started. Here's the other thing, is to roll artillery out over here. The problem is it's tough to RP that. I don't have any roads to roll them out on over there. So I kind of have a little bit of a house rule against doing a thing like that. If they're just going to run all the way across the field, as the player, I'm not too keen on doing a thing like that. For artillery, specifically for artillery more than anything else. This is out in Missouri. For those who are new, guys, appreciate everybody who's dropped into the saloon tonight to watch the gameplay. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel. It's Alternate History Gaming. I am Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host as always. And don't forget, if you're watching on your mobile device, to hit that hype button. Huge help. Make sure the algorithm can see us. Not much better. Here we come. Let's go. We're going to take that with Steele's cavalry. Okay, Marmaduke. Probably going to stay put right there. And we got Benny McCulloch and his boys. Oh, no, that's Henry. Thank goodness, didn't leave anybody behind. Henry's going to come up to the crossroads here. And all of a sudden, his son becomes the reserve as everybody files through Pepper Mill here. The Confederates making their way, boys. The Army of Arkansas in all of its splendor. And you can see here now, I think I'd mentioned this before, the flags that are being used by our troops have changed, right? That's a really cool little detail that I love about Grand Tactician, is that different points through the war, as you go on, the flags will change, especially for the South. It's kind of neat. Okay, we're back. We're back. Let's go. Just get back in the woods. Let's have Adams come on over here, if you will. Go. Good. All right, took that. Excellent. So Steele is now going to come to here. And we'll take that victory location right there. And then probably go ahead with Price's division. We'll roll some artillery out and get Price's division. That or McClaw's. I think it looks like McClaw's is going to be up first. So we're going to have him get out into a double line. Or no, we got to wait for him to get all the way there. That's a little bit of a idiosyncratic thing. We're going to dismount right here at the edge of the woods. Need to get Adams over here. You got the enemy Army of Arkansas going to reposition a little bit. There they are, clumping a bit there. You know how it goes. You know how it goes, boys. We got some baby blue wearing troops here. There's McBride. Clark, these guys have been doing pretty damn good. The hype button pops up only if you're watching on your mobile device, I believe. And maybe that's changed. Maybe the policy in YouTube has changed about hype. I don't know. Thank you for mentioning that there. Yo. You ring whatever bells you like. Bells of celebration will be rung. For victory. For victory or death. Here we go. McClellan, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Okay. I see. Okay. Mr. McCulloch. Let's go ahead and let's get him lined up right out here. Do it. Do it. Trying to get everybody across here. It's a bit of a mess. Bit of a mess. And unfortunately, we made things worse for ourselves by taking old Benny and bringing him where he did. I thought it was his older brother there that I was... Shoot. Okay, so we're going to need to run him back to his troops there so that he can get those orders in. Yeah, I'm not sure how we did out here. In particular, there's Price. Very good, very good. So Price will be the first out. All right. Okay, Marmaduke. He's going to switch to here. Price is going to move out of these woods right at him. Boom. This cavalry unit here is going to get a little further over on the flank. Go. We'll see the sun going down, but it is May. We'll have a little more time. Have a little bit more time to wreck these dudes. And what I would like to do is sort out the artillery in here, okay? These guns I want to come on out to right here. Right? We're going to micro them a little bit. Where are some other cannons? Right here. Okay, they're already coming out. I think those are the guys we just ordered. Yeah, these guys. 3-inch ordnance rifles. Let's just bring them out right here. Perfect. And we're going to move the cavalry up behind Price's division for morale purposes. We're going to throw Price in. He's got to go. I want to bloody up those guys real good in an attack. Get the artillery up, pounding. Except, they look like they got a lot of troops. Price against that whole army isn't going to really work, I don't think. So we're going to have to set this up a little bit. We're going to have to attack with, who is it we had moving out there? Benny McCulloch's troops. Yeah, and Price both. And then have McLaws leak out this way. McLaws takes a position over here. We'll get to redeploy this way. Take this victory location with the cav. How we looking? Still got a minor defeat working here. God dang. We've got our supplies secured, though. That'll be good. That'll be good. Oh, all right. Well, hey, I'll mention it anyway because it'll show up on the VOD. Talking about the hype button. Unstable. Taking a while to get these guys rallied, damn it. Now, I imagine after they get their reinforcements, even though they're on defense, and depending upon how things might change with us taking this victory location right here, because we will, if they go ahead and counterattack, which I would not be surprised to see them do, we'd obviously probably set ourselves up right along here. Maybe have some guns out here. You know, they could take the road and go up the hill. I'd be fine doing a thing like that. That's not beyond the pale by any stretch. Are they going to say sundown is at 1900 here, 7 p.m.? I'm thinking that's probably the case. And Price kind of taking his time getting out there. We're going to have an evening attack on this Army of Arkansas force for the Yanks. McClaws will be in reserve. Benny will be here. Price will be here. We'll get Price kind of engaged and have the artillery start working. Let's get up on the hill. Let's go right here. Adams, rally. Excellent. Okay, these guys are better now. Helms cavalry. Come on. Okay, now Adams again. Let's have him move to a more central position for his division. Kind of there for now. Then this battery here, they're coming out. Don't know why they're not taking the road in particular. Yes, this is a smaller force, Grau, right now. This is one that's about 8,700 troops. There's another one of 20,000 troops that's going to be coming on, I believe, now from here, since we took this entry point. If they were coming on from here to begin with, of course, they might have always been coming on from up here. But now the battle could really get interesting on the morrow. It seems to me right here that we're maybe going to have to set up and redeploy with nightfall coming so soon just in this area, which I don't love, but, you know, it is what it is. And Pepper's Mill and the Woolcut Farm, kind of the fallback point right there. Let's see what we get here. See what we get here. Battle in Missouri. Slaughter in the Show Me State. It takes cavalry a while to take victory location. We probably should bring this other one over here, but he's already got orders. Let's have Smith come on over. Double time, boys. Okay, Clark's brigade is out. Excellente. Probably going to get into nightfall here. Let's see what we get. Their other army should have been coming on by now. By right about now. Thanks, old brother. So maybe we cut them off completely. I don't know. If that's the truth, man, Henry McCulloch's going to become a very famous man. Double time, double time. Double time, boys. Let's have Clark put some skirmishers out. They've got Augustin rifled muskets, so they can fire a good long way. You can see they're not firing their artillery at me for some reason. Not sure why. There they go. These boys lay down. I would love to be able to make this attack right now, damn it. I just don't think we're going to be able to. And then McClaws, we really should get him out into a line. We'll do a double line, though. So now we've got this flank. We got a little bit of high ground here. Not sure we're going to actually be able to redeploy into that spot because I don't think cavalry helps you extend your deployment zones. I think only infantry does. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's how it is. All right, here we go. The McBride's boys. These are some good troops right here. Okay, send out some skirmishers. Have that battery get in position. Right there will be fine. Those boys will get in position as well. And then you've got Kempa's brigade. All right, we'll go 2 times again as we watch everybody lay out into their positions. Can you see us, boys? Okay, now, should take this a little faster. I think we've got till 1900. If we take that, I think we'll get deployment zone over here, which will be good. Which will be what we are looking for. All right, so McClaws now goes into double line. Right, so let's see if we could march him to here. Let's see if they'll go. All right, lay down, boys, lay down. Okay, taking a little cannon fire, a little cannon fodder. We're going to go ahead and start skirmishing. We're going to go ahead and get busy over here a little bit. So these guys are able to hit us from pretty far away with whatever they have. So there they are. Okay. Evening skirmish with Price's division on the move. Excellent. Looks like they're going to try to bring out a brigade or two. We got our guns up. Excellent. We'll have this dismounted cavalry come on out. Okay, these guns here are not going to... Well, yeah, we could go... We could go all the way out there. That's fine. But you got Price's division up front. We're going to start killing us some Yankees up here. Let's switch facing. All right, boys. We're looking pretty good here. Let's lay down. Here too. We're still able to shoot at them. All right, we're going to get engaged up there at least. We're going to try to make some room for the guns to come out here, get set up. What do we got here? 12-pound Napoleons. Ah, there we are. End of day. Okay. Did we take... Yes, we did. Fantastic. Okay, that's a good thing. Bonk. Troops resupplied. Bonk. Damn it! Okay, this didn't quite work out the way I'd hoped. We get 1.5 points of entrenchments here, but that's not going to be enough to give us any major advantage as far as defensive works go. We'll be starting the next morning, 0600. Let's get our skirmishers back to our lines. Here and here. Let's get our brigades out let's see here. Iverson Jr. Let's have these boys here. Right. Clark kind of be like this. Right. Davidson, these cavalry units. God dang it. I don't love. So I guess what we'll have to do is just line them, get them ready over here. All of these cavalry, and I'm going to send them back out there, you know. Like that's just I want troops out there. I want cavalry troopers in particular. Okay? And I'm going to have McClaw's division just say that they continue their march. Okay, we're going to have McCulloch come here. Boom. And he didn't need to double time. That's funny. Okay, so McClaw's is just going to continue his movement. We'll reorder those guys. And I don't believe they'll be coming on here. I don't think the OOB tells you when their army is going to come on, right? I would say Helm's cavalry. Still confident. Let's get its... Oh, we can't get scouts out with them. So Marmaduke is going to have to be the one. So I would say we get Marmaduke mounted back up. And scouts out. And we bring him here. Okay. We're going to detach him. Boom. And we're going to have him ride out around this area here. And we're just going to keep a lookout over this way. And then Helm takes a position on the line right here, dismounts in loose order along the woods. I would say we adjust this a little bit. Let's go ahead. Let's get these guns positioned right. It's tough to see. Let's go boom. Got that. 12-pound Napoleons, right? All right, these boys, these guns right here, go here. Okay. Clark's brigade of infantry. I tell you what we'll do here. Helm, McBride, Kemper right here. Let's go boom. Let's have Clark. Let's have Kemper back on up. And let's have Clark be right here. And McBride here-ish. Right? Let's have the cannons be here. There we go. Looking a little better. Boom. Try to be a little bit artful with it. There we go. Price right there. All right, and then everything else pretty well stays the way I had it. Yanks have in store for us on redeployment, and that kind of makes me think that, So let's see here. I've got 1.5 points. I see what you're saying. Parapets, right? Put some right, say right there. Okay, and then put a couple of batteries in them. Just do it. Just go boom and go boom. All right. That works well. Okay, we got 0.4 left, which isn't enough really to do anything with. Their redeployment is right up against here. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw them redeploy to right here. And I agree. Now that I have taken this, there's a decent chance, since we have a meeting engagement on now, that we could play defense. So the thing is, though, if all they have is this, I'm not sure. Let's have McClaw's come right here. Okay, let's have him be a reserve for us right here. You guys are convincing me of this. And let's have the Cav say they did their job, and the deployments now have our cavalry taking up positions on this side maybe of the creek, perhaps, kind of like so. Smith. Yeah, I think you guys are being a good help on that. Let's have Steele maybe just be kind of in a reserve position right here. And where's Adams? Right, so he's got all of these guys. Plus, is that all of his brigades right there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, got it. And Adams will be kind of... No! God damn it. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Helm. No. Right here. Dismounted. Davidson out here. Stonewall. Right? And the Smith right here. These guys are going to be dismounted over here. And here as well. And we'll keep those boys mounted. And they're good. Adams is going to be where he's at. That's perfect. Steele's cavalry. We'll bring them. Let's have this artillery move right out here. Boom. All right. Let's have these guns set up here. They can't see very well there, huh? Okay, never mind that. Let's have them set up here. And these guns set up here in the center. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we'll have ourselves a battery of guns. Boom, boom, boom. Decent guns. They'll be detached from McClaw's, right? Oh, by the way, what are they calling it? The Battle of Salem. We can go ahead and call it that. We can go ahead and call it that. Detach. And detach here. I'm going to go ahead and go no fire at will for starters. No counter battery fire right now. I want to be all quiet on the Western Front right at the very beginning, just to see what they do. Very intrigued to see what we get here. Pepper's Mill is the Army HQ. Again, kind of an RP. We'll put him kind of more at the crossroads right there. His army will be laid out just like this. We'll have the cavalry in a position to get behind if we can drive them out and win this thing. But it looks like we've got ourselves a pretty thick fight that's likely to happen right around here. Are we on these defenses? We are not. Okay, we need to... Bingo. Nope. Still didn't get him on there. There may not be enough space for him, huh? Okay, yeah, they're on there now. Okay, it's a little janky, but that'll work. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. We got the picket line out. Let's have Kemper's. What was it? Steele. Steele comes to here. Let's have Gardner throw some skirmishers out that will be here. Okay, we'll have that line set. That'll be all good. No, I'm a big fan of... I will make breastworks during the battle, 100%, but I just don't know if I'll... I don't know if I'll have the time to do it. So Clark's brigade would be able to probably get to work on some. I've dug plenty of breastworks during battles, 100%. So let's see here. We're going to push play at 6 a.m. Let's see what we get. All right. If we can meet out that it's just this army right here, although this looks like it may be another one, we'll have to see. I think what we'll do is we'll dig in like you guys are talking about. Let's go ahead and go boom. Let's continue with some breastworks right along here. With Clark's brigade. All right, now these boys will work on some more. Right here. Bonk. Then we'll do some more. Right there. And work on those. And then we'll have yet more. Kind of link in right here. And we'll work on those. That's a right click, by the way, to send troops out to begin constructing. Picket line's doing pretty good. Let's move forward a little bit here. We're just going to let the skirmish line work a little bit here. I see movement, but I don't see 23,000 men worth of movement, or 20,000 men. So that's a good thing. We'll go ahead and we'll build some more entrenchments this way. Right, boom, 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 like that. We'll have those boys begin building them. Now that's what I like. I think you can build entrenchments still, even when you have your skirmishers out, right? Unlike when you're trying to take artillery. Build those. All right, so we'll build us a nice solid line of entrenchments right here. And since they came after me anyway, put them in a position where maybe they got to come after me again. Oh. Wow. Oh my gosh, there was another point over here. Uh-oh. Ooh, shit. Ooh, shit. Okay. They're going to come down this road. I'm almost sure of it. McClellan is going to have to get out. Okay, we're going to have to attack over here, gentlemen. I think this whole plan is going to need to be changed. I did not see. I did not know. When did they get this? Holy smokes, boys. We're going to need to see. I don't know if they can see us over here. I don't think they have cav out. Yeah, they've got some here, but that's too small of a cavalry unit to have scouts out. But we see them. Let's see where they go. If they don't move this way, we're not going to react with anybody. We're just going to keep doing what we're doing. Yeah. If they make a turn on this road and head down this way, we could be in some trouble, gentlemen. Because then our supply link is going to be cut off. Though we have taken this one, we could move the army and have a fighting, running battle moving this way. Right? We kind of already committed to these breastworks and stuff, though. I think we have to stay and fight on this line here. McClellan's division could be thrown out against this swamp, but the problem is they would flank. McClellan's division would come back to Pepper's Mill and hold like here, most likely. And then what we would do is advance to over here. McClellan's division would fall back. The cavalry. Okay, I see them moving this way, boys. I think we may be in business. I think they're going to form up with the other part of the army. I do. All right. I think there's a decent chance they just come and form up back here. I'm going to go ahead and let these guys go. Fire at will. Let's go ahead. Open up. Open up. Fire at will. Artillery. Go, go, go. Bingo. Open up. I like it. Let's get these boys engaged. See, again, I'm going to watch that cloud of dust. I'm going to see if anything starts turning down this way. Then we'll know what we have to do. Thankfully, we do have this stone wall right here that McClellan's division could use. Right? I would say We'll go ahead and get those troopers on it. We'll have to dismount them here in a minute. Or I'll tell you, see, these boys move down. These boys move down. And you see them moving down out of the hills here. I feel like I shouldn't move. Actually, but I'm gonna go with it. I feel like I shouldn't move so that they don't see me over here. If I don't catch their attention, if I just stay, I want to bring them all in here is what I want to do. I think we're maybe winning the skirmish battle here. Right? Doing a decent job building these breastworks. Takes time, gentlemen. Now, I'll tell you this right now, boys. Saved by the AI. I see that comment. If one of you fellas were playing the Union right here, and would you have thought to attack down this road past the McGinnis house anyway? Question mark? Would you have known that I have McClaws here? Would you have known that I had this cavalry here, since you don't have large enough cavalry units to put scouts out to see this far this way? And since I wasn't moving, do you think you would have been able to see me out here? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if a human opponent would have actually attacked there. I can't sit here and say that I know that they would have. The AI's doing what it thinks that it should. Now, what I will say is that if a human opponent brought its army over here, they would form a nice line likely along this road, along these hillsides here, before they clumped up around the victory location, of course. That's where the AI, you know, does what the AI does. Hey, happy birthday! Happy birthday! Huge day for you. Wow. All right, one more time around the sun. How do you feel? How do you feel? And how old? Please do tell. I hate asking the question, but look, you mentioned it. Okay. Artillery is up and firing. Keep this thing going. If we do one more day, go through one more whole day, and get a chance to like do another redeployment and resupply, and let the AI Yanks redeploy again, I could be really interested in kind of what they put together there. The thing that's kind of problematic with that is if they're going to clump like they do, which they tend to always do, that their deployment zone will be real small because of that. But yeah, they're not moving down. They're not moving down toward me here at all. Okay, Adams is going to move out to his troops out here. Yeah, but how would you have known? Oh, would you have known to do that? Would you have known to... So you would have used this smaller army to be like, hey, here I am, and then boom. From Red Hill is what you're saying there, Grau? Ooh, look at that. I think they're hitting us from further away than we're hitting them there. What do we got? Augustins, okay, so they must have Lorenz's here. They did get Austrian rifles, the AI did. Okay, you see them moving off the left there a bit. This would be the area of my line that I might attack if I were them. Go ahead and have these skirmishers go on out. All right, boys, what are we going to get right here? Saved by the AI a little bit, though. Yeah, I would agree. 24? All right, 24. 24 years young. Oh, my word, to be 24 again. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Okay, I think they're backing up and away from my artillery. Let's go ahead and let's silence it again. We're going to save us some ammo, gentlemen. We're going to save us some ammo. We got to fight all damn day here. All right, all right. There we go. Fire wheel is off. It's going to take a little time, though, to get those orders up. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, they're moving across the creek right here. And they're just going to back up away from my artillery range, it looks like, for starters. I'm happy sitting still like you guys suggested and letting them come to me. We'll build this line of breastworks for starters. And we'll see how this battle turns out right here, boys. McCulloch ain't no fool. You think some of them have Hall rifles? Is that... Well, so... Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so how do you know that they've got Hall rifles? That's my question. Here we have a little high ridge top position right here that's kind of cool. Come on up. Let's attack them right there. Up on the ridge top. Advance. Up on the ridge top. Fire. Major battle involving skirmishers and cavalry out here in the field. Ooh, doing some damage right there. I think they're going to regret bringing their cav out here like this. Okay, their other army is forming back into the mountains right there, which is just fine with me. That is peachy. That is peachy. Difficult position right there, that's for sure. Here comes an infantry brigade. Falling back, boys. Falling back. They're going to come forward with some troops there from, I think, their Army of Arkansas. Right? Okay, we have built these entrenchments, and we will now take a position on them. Come over here. All skirmishers fighting. Come on. Fall back. Clark's brigade. These boys are doing pretty good. I don't know if our training up to... yeah, we're regulars. We're regulars, boys. I don't know if they are. They didn't get training manuals as soon as we did. I know that. But our troops are regulars. That's one thing I didn't cover. Okay, they're coming. Here they come. You guys had it right. That's a a good call involving you know, what the AI is going to do next. So I would say Smith's, these troops here. Let's mount up. Now let's let the AI know. Let's tease them a little. Let's let them know that we're out here. Adams Cavalry. Yeah, let's go. And maybe they'll divert some troops this way. Maybe we'll make it look a little more realistic, at least that way. We'll see. All right, so well-trained troops make a nice little fallback there. Let's go. Boom, fire. Ooh, I guess not. Do that. There we go. There we go. Fall back some more. No. Oh, we still just have Springfield muskets here. Yeah, we need to retreat with these guys. Okay, these guys have some good rifles. Looks like they got a brigade that's going to keep coming at us. Now let's open these artillery back up. Boom. Since we're not firing our guns, I think they felt brave enough to advance. I think that helps to make the AI do the smart thing, so to speak. Here we go. Fire at will again, boys. Come on, come on, come on. Here they come out this way now. All right, while they're crossing the creek, let's go get them. Let's go shoot at them. Smith, he's aggressive with his mixed cavalry weapons. A little hit and run here. Let's get Adams down there. Double quick. Yeah, get them while they're crossing the creek. Now get the hell out of there. Good, good, good. That works. You boys. No, not cold steel. Get off of that. So they'll be able to see over here. They may come at us. A few troops here, we'll see. We're going to dismount. Boom. Loose formation here. Then we'll have these guys ready to ride down on their flank if need be. Orders have gone out for artillery to open back up again. They're going to come forward with these brigades here. We got ourselves a hot fight, boys. Here we go. Okay, yeah, you're right about the skirmishers who are low ammo. 100%. Bringing it. Oh, shoot. Okay, no, these guys were these guys. Okay, got it. All right, that's fine. That's fine. These guys are broken. They're going to go back. All right, so maybe they'll come against our main line of breastworks now. And we'll see what our men are made of. Okay, no, I want Clark. Just go right here, man. Yes. Okay, Clark, are you one of McClaw's troops? Yeah, no? Wait. Gosh darn it. I got the wrong McCulloch in the wrong place. Henry needs to come back here to Pepper's Mill, damn it. Or actually, we'll send him just to not be too stupid about it. Right there. Okay, now you got yourself, you know, a decent little representative-looking little battle right here. I'm not too disappointed about this situation, not at all. I kind of like how this is going. This is a good little battle out here in Missouri that we got. Okay, they're pushing us. Now, we're going to push them with this cavalry right here. Go, go, go. Okay, rally. Whoever you can, this cavalry. Come on out. Charge, move, and double time. Go. Here we go. Double quick. Get out on their flank. Excellente. There's Davidson's troops with their mixed cav weapons. Gonna ride up. Yeah, hit them, boys. And dismount in loose formation. All right, we'll have one brigade of infantry out here against our cav. Looking pretty good, looking pretty good. Okay, we got these skirmishers that could come help here. Get up against those entrenchments. Let's have these guys double time where I told them to go. They're doing it good. All right, they're coming right at us here. Or no, let's go right on the entrenchments right here. Charge, move, and run. Let's go, let's go. We're going to try to get the skirmishers up there with the guns to try and protect them. Yeah. Very good, very good. Let's get some skirmishers out from here. And protect these guns here. The Battle of Salem, I believe, is what we'll have here. Fire. Get around this brigade. We're going to put some hurt on them. Advance with your carbines, gentlemen. Smith. Fall back. Double time on the flank. Yee, yee! They're falling back. Charge them. Let's go, boys. One Yankee infantry brigade over here is going to be in trouble. I want to believe. Yeah, let's go, let's go. Stay on them. Stay on them, by God. There we go. Don't let them fight with their rifles. Don't let them take any shots. Stay on them. We need to mount up right here. Adams cavalry trying to make itself useful right here. Here we go. Turn around, fire. Mount up. Come on out. You boys, mount up. This is a good place for them to try to press our line over here. They're being pretty smart about it. Okay, these boys need to go here. Yep, you guys are in a good position there. Good. All right. These guys, they're skirmishers right here. Yep. Go. Go. And I'm going to try to get in the chat as much as possible. But as you know, could be tough. Lay down. Open up from behind. Very good. I'm going to have Kemper. He's going to come. We're going to join up on the breastworks there. Okay, we broke these guys. Let's dismount. Let's dismount here. Ooh. No, 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 no. Come on, dismount, boys. All right, that unit there will be stopped, which is the important thing. All right, then we'll have a new cavalry line establish itself right here. Adams Cavalry Division doing some pretty good work for us right here, guys. We're turned around the wrong way here. Okay, let's call this a charge move to here. That's fine. Double quick it. We'll take this little high ground right here. Out on the right. Sweet. Okay. Try to get all the way up on there, boys. Try to get all the way up on there. Charge move to it. Okay, they come file in against this cavalry right here. Got broken. That's all right. Marmaduke's broken, but it's not terrible. We're going to rally. Double time. Here they come over here. Oh, shit. get back into long-range fire right here. Get your skirmishers back out if you can. Doesn't look like they can. Good thing we've got some flanking artillery fire we could do right here. These skirmishers come on out, boom. These guns open up, boom. Here and here. Let's go. Change up your targets, gentlemen. Unfortunately, okay, these guys, turn your AI off and stand the hell up. Get up against the damn entrenchments. Okay, they're going to be able to shoot at us, and we're not going to be able to shoot back at them. With these troops that have been standing over here, that's a problem. That is a problem, gentlemen. Okay, we're going to have to counterattack is what we're going to have to do. Charge move to it. Henry McCulloch may not have properly prepared. May not have properly prepared his men. There we go. We can open up with these boys. Fire, fire, fire. There we go. There we go. We got to get Benny over here. Got to get Benny over here. Here we go. They're pressing us. They're pressing us. Helm, he's about ready to run. We need to mount up right here. Let's come down here. Hit him. Double time. Let's come down here. Hit him. Adams, come on, help. Got to see if we can make these guys fall back. They're going to advance on us right here. Helm, behind the entrenchments. Is it Helm or Heim? Helm. Intense firefight as the Yankees advance on us here. Hit him in the flank. Charge him, damn it. Smith, his last action of the battle is going to be a desperate one to try to hold the line right here, force these guys to lay down. Yankees advancing on all points of the line here. Woo, gentlemen. Don't you dare just lay down there, boys. Stand up. No, fine. Lay back down. Okay, Clark and his brigade. Get back out into line, and we're going to counterattack with him. And then McClaws is going to be ready to move forward. Boom. Right here. He's the counterattack. After these guys run, which I'm almost positive they're going to. Taking heavy artillery fire over here, but we're standing with Iverson Jr. for the time being. Let's have old Benny get on the rally. He's going to go over to one of his guns. Fine. Guys, damn it. Stay on the freaking attack from long distance. I would like to change that. I really would. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. That may force them forward. We'll see. Here we go. Here we go. Keep firing from lying down behind the breastworks. AI's being a little savvy here at least. Okay, I think we made them break. Get out of there. Damn it. Smith broken, taking about 50% casualties on the cavalry over here. We got to back up. Adams' cavalry has done its fine work out here. We are pressed on the flanks right now. There we go. We're going to push them closer. Which is fine with me now that we're behind these defenses. Iverson Jr. might be in some trouble, but Clark is pressing here. Let's go ahead and lay down with him and get these guns opening up behind him. Nobody, stay down. Stay down. What a battle we have here at Salem, gentlemen. Gotta hope that we can hold. It's getting bloody over here. All right, lay the hell down. They won't stay down. Okay, we're forcing them to fall back. Fantastic. Let's change facing a tad. Clark, first combat it says, although this is not his first combat, not by a long stretch. Keep firing. Iverson Jr., they're nervous over here. I want McCulloch, old Benny. Come on. Let's get you off the rally. All right, McClaws is up. We got a counterattack, I believe. Let's actually get this brigade up here. Get on the breastworks. Let's get this brigade up on these breastworks here. This brigade goes right here. No. What are you doing? Why are you doing it like that? That doesn't make any damn sense. Stop. Here we go, boys. It's intense. All right, we're forcing them back here still. All right, Iverson Jr. broke. It's not a rout, though. That's the good news. That's the good news. Clark is now stable. We're going to fall him back. Fall back, fall back. Okay, they've gotten interested on my right. Marmaduke, get on out of there, man. Let's put you back on a rally. Let's get Helm off the line. Mount on up. Come on back. Let's get him on the line. Right here. Charge move there, good. Nope. And have this unit right here. Okay. Oh no! Union cavalry is going to come in. We got to countercharge them. They're going to come after our guns right here. Shit! They found an opening to attack right there, Napoleonic style. No! No! Fire. Oh, son of a gun. They knocked us off our cannon over here. Come on. Gardner's going to have to knock these Yankee cavalrymen out of here. We broke with McGowan. It's not a rout. Thank goodness. Come on now. Here we go. Here we go. They're breaking us on this side. We don't have enough to counterattack in the center, I don't believe. Here we could counterattack right here, though. We could counterattack a little bit. Send some skirmishers out. You boys sent some crew, artillery crews out. Fine. Come on. Right here. Yeah, call it a retreat move. That's fine. Gardner. Get there. Go. Here we go. Got to move fast. Got to move fast. Open up. Yes. Woo, boys. Did not expect that. No. Oh, boy. Okay, it is 9:30 a.m. right now. Holy smokes, man. Let's counterattack. Stay aggressive. Charge move out there. They're well rested. Go ahead. Get back over here on these guns, right? So they'll have this area here. We're going to have to kind of just give it to them. McIntosh and his boys out here with their Springfield rifled muskets will advance to here. They'll be sending one brigade after another on the flank here, it looks like. We'll counter. Courier coming. We're going to try to increase their range of engagement when it gets out there. Okay, we're opening fire there. That's a Yankee assault. Could break us. By God. Clayton Sr. Good, good, good. Get up there. McClaws, get up with the troops, man. Touch and go here, boys. Here we go. Excellent. Okay, we kind of got them split down the center here a little bit. They're sitting tight on that side. If they're going to let us do this, I'm doing it. Go. Kemper, counterattack. Let's go. Charge move there. Double time. Okay, we've got them split off a bit out here. Augustin rifled muskets. Advance. Behind the breastworks, we'll keep it that way. Gardner's a little nervous here. We'll have Clayton Sr. to back him up. Maybe these guys will react. We'll see. I think we're going to push out with this brigade. Maybe we end up drawing these 2 brigades in. Looks like this one's on the move. Let's pull back. Let's pull back. Right here. All right, Adams. Adams, run out here to these guys. And then we'll put him back on a rally when he gets out there. Maybe he can rally him up. They're panicked. We need Marmaduke to get out of there. All right, we're looking okay over here. We're looking okay over here. Lay down. Artillery opens up from behind. Should be canister shot. Should be. All right, we're reforming back here with McGowan's troops and Clark's troops. They went all the way back to the Army commander. That's fine. Broke him. Broke him. Whew. Whew, whew, whew. We got a hell of a tilt out here in Missouri, gentlemen. Hell of a tilt. Lorenz rifles on the scene. Advance. Shit. McIntosh, why are you so nervous, man? Oh, was he meleeing these guys that were broken? Son of a gun. Gardner's now panicked. Under heavy artillery bombardment. We're going to have to get some more troops up on these cannons. Come on back to it, boys. Get back on it. Charge move up there. Boys, we're fighting this one all the way to the bitter end. Henry McCulloch needs a success out here, god dang it. Oh. Hopefully we don't end up getting a major setback in here in Arkansas. Arkansas. They're pushing us out of here. There it is, boys. There it is. There it is. Son of a gun. Son of a gun. There you sometimes, man, you're outnumbered and the AI actually performs competently, right? And routes too many men of your army and you end up suffering a real defeat. This is what happens when I think too, by the way, to make it more interesting in terms of the gameplay. Oh shit, did this whole did one of our brigades like disintegrate out here? That's crazy. Let's look up hey man, we still killed more of them than they killed of us. I'll take that. We lose a whole bunch of guns though. This is a costly defeat for Henry McCulloch. There may be a loss of confidence. There may be a loss of confidence here, boys. Damn. Price's troops were all up in here. Clayton Sr. is going to be playing kind of a rear guard. All these boys too. Here's Price right here. Let's have him rally. Price's troops are pretty much some of the last ones left. Adams, come on back with your cav here. Boom. We're going to have Helms Brigade move like that. Steele, change facing. Still have a fight here until morale breaks, right? The retreat has been called. It is officially a defeat. Let's get these guns out of here if we can. Go, go, go. 12 minutes to get out. Okay, we broke these boys, but they broke us. God damn it. For some reason, these guys get set on short-range fire only. I don't understand how that happens. I don't understand how that happens, man. Come on up here. Rally. We'll have a nice rear guard right here. That's fine. We'll be able to get out. We'll be able to get out of here. Shoot! We just are losing gun crews all over the damn place, man. Alright, let's pull back to these breastworks right here. Let's go ahead, pull back to these. These will be the last troops on the line before the army gets the heck out of here. They had us outgunned, I think, too. Come on back. Boom, boom, boom. The Midwest is burning. Yeah, that's right. You got that right, Helica. Will we hold the West in the far West? I think that our ambitions for St. Louis are maybe now officially dashed. We have the smaller 8,700-man army of the West moving out towards St. Louis now. But this'll be the end of this, guys. The Battle of Salem goes to the Union, and we'll have to figure things out from here in the West. Shit. Damn. What a nasty affair, too, gentlemen. Truly a battle. Withdrawn, so we did not rout. Okay? That's the good news. That's the good news. Oh, hey, thank you. Fighting bravely is what it's all about, my friends. Win or lose. Still like killing more of them than they got of me. And we took some prisoners, too. We'll see how many we got. Whew! Holy smokes. What a time, what a time, what a time. Phil, what are you talking about? Everybody was saying that they were going to attack. Oh, you mean putting regulars in? Man, that doesn't prove your point about the regulars. Come on now. I had regular troops all across the army. The quality of the troops was regular. I looked right at it. Did you miss that part? I looked at all of my brigades were trained regular troops in that army. Hey, we did capture another 1,100 of their men. I call that like a weird. It's a defeat, but it's a win at the same time? Question mark. Sorta. Because we took 1,400 prisoners. All right, we're going to go ahead and keep that move going. That's fine. We'll be on the retreat here. Bonk. So what I would say is that Henry McCulloch ends up being replaced out here. We'll put him up on the block. I'll let you guys in the saloon discuss what you think you might want to do about that and to do about him. The Army of the Ohio has come forward like we talked about here. I would bet anything that they've sent their other army over here. We better win this damn siege soon. Here we go. We're making our moves over here. Very well. Getting that started. Suffer a tough loss there in southeastern Missouri. We do still have an intact army. Now, I wonder if they're going to be in the orange or the yellow since they lost so many men. Okay, they've got the Revenue Act now, so their credit rating is going to go up a bit. What is their credit rating right now? What is theirs? Theirs goes to triple B. Okay. Okay, so we're going to pull all the way back here. Let's go, let's go. Force march. We're still in the yellow here. We're going to go defensive. Raid. So we're going to try to get McCulloch out of there. Once he gets back to Arkansas, once he gets back to the safety of home territory, I think maybe near Little Rock, I think we're going to have him go before the hustings, as it were. And now the movement continues in Virginia. You got two sections of the Army having a hard time getting across the Rappahannock here. It looks like Ewell's wing is going to be the one that makes the move first. We're clogging up a bit. All right, we're going to go defensive with Johnson's troops there at Acquia Landing. Might we cross to come after the Army of the Chesapeake, perhaps? I don't think they're in very good shape. I'm not sure. There's their other armies right there. Okay, I knew they had some armies here. That's who I want to go after when we cross into the north again over here. And then something that feels good, right? Something that's a good thing. Let's bring these cavalry up to this farm right here. Let's go. Let's bring these cav. Let's bring them across into Iowa right here. Go. We're going to keep the raids going across the Midwest. You better believe it, boys. Army of the West is going to continue distracting here. We're still moving good. Army Arkansas is pulling back. Fantastic. Okay, they took this stuff. Ouch. Because we're in such rough shape, I guess. Come all the way back across the river there. We're going to have to build a new depot. We're going to have to pull all the way back to Little Rock, unfortunately. That's just the way it goes. And my hopes were that we could win that and give ourselves just a little more room to be aggressive out west here in general. Could we help out, I feel like, here? How many? We got 7,900 men and 12 guns. They've got 13,000 men, 11 guns. We've got the fort's guns. Why don't we just come in here and why don't we help them out? Right? Jump on the trains. Let's just get involved right there. All right. We're just barely making it across the river here. Uh-oh. Oh, no. No! Shit. So, Fort Daniel falls, and this army is going to need to stop what it's doing. And come back to Nashville. Then this Navy is going to be on a raid. Offensive. What we're going to have to do is try to make sure they don't cross into Nashville with that Army of the Ohio. These boys revert to defensive and scouting. Yeah, I think they'll still be able to come across the bridge at us here. $7,900 troops. That's a lopsided affair. I best probably have to get Forrest's cavalry over here. Let's go. Quick. Force march. Go. Because the next morning, I'm pretty sure they're going to move across into Nashville. So they managed to figure out, the AI did, don't know how they managed this, to tie us down over here, right? With McClellan. McClellan still leading a fine effort over here, but we can't abandon this because of this iron mine right here. This Army of the Ohio, I don't think they're going to be able to push too much further south from Nashville. I guess we'll have to see. Problem is, they still have these forts here. Here they come. About 8,000 troops. Be about 10 to 11,000. And it looks like Blanchard was not interested in making this and having a battle right here. And the Yanks are going to walk into Nashville unopposed. Department of the Cumberland. Let's get Forrest in there. Make the transfer. Good. All right. I think Joseph Forrest is in command right there. So Blanchard, Albert Blanchard, Major General, he's going to come over here now, and Nashville is going to fall. Didn't think it was going to be that easy for the Yanks right there, gentlemen. Find ourselves a bit of a tough spot right here, damn it. Magruder guy. Come on, man. All right, let's have this these guys force march forward with Ewell. That way we're in supporting distance there a little bit. Army of Virginia. That way if we do knock into them, we might be able to swipe them and get them to move out of the way. Tonight has not gone the way I expected. I'll tell you what, guys. Everybody complains about the AI in this game. Shoot. Okay. Battle of Puebla at Mexican victory. Battle of Cinco de Mayo. General Lorenzez in retreat. The Battle of Puebla fought May 5th. Yeah, this is the Cinco de Mayo thing. And how far are we away still? Right? 7 days away from Mexican intervention. I hope it's not for nothing at this point. Let's look at the strategic situation right now. So they're up another 3 national morale, but they are down 1 national support. We're in May. We need to keep driving that down. Our national support is still really high. The morale of our armies has gone down a little bit because of that defeat in the West. These 2 defeats, this is not great. This is just not great, gentlemen. Just not great. We need to go ahead and abandon this. Burn it. Burn it. Okay, we're going to blockade and then they'll start taking Nashville. We're just going to have to deal. We're just going to have to live with that. We'll take a position in Charlotte over here and be able to help support both of these forts with the Department of the Cumberland, and they're just going to get Nashville, boys. Kind of had to sacrifice Nashville in order to fight this fight over here. Really annoyed. So the way this worked was we had won this and taken back Fort Leasure. Okay? See, it's ours again. And then I've gotten into assault battles here. I did it once. McClellan withdrew immediately from the field, but then was able to set up a brand new siege battle. Boom, right after that here in the campaign map. So I've been compelled to just let that siege battle play out, but it's taken forever and open up this opportunity for the Yanks to advance into Nashville. Tough losses, guys. Tough losses tonight. We'll have an army up here, still in the green, 8,800 men. We are technically still linked to this depot right here. We're going to need to do something with these guys. And I think that something is likely going to be to just move back to this. I think we got to get back to Springfield. Or here comes the Army of the Mississippi, a new army with 15,000 troops. How many more men do they have now? We still haven't beaten manpower right now. Let's go ahead, because they'll be coming from here. Right, let's go ahead. Let's bring this army back. Retrograde movement, force march, go. All right. Now, Army of Arkansas, back to Little Rock. Back to Little Rock you go. Force march all the way there. Go, go, go. I didn't laugh at you, Phil. What are you talking about? God dang, Phil. Phil, calm the hell down over there. I guess I should calm down too. Somebody ban that guy. You know, hey, a groggy nut, he's just doing his best. I can't listen to everybody and do everything that everybody wants to do. It's my game, damn it. I love you, man. I love you, man. Thank you for being in. Okay, we did swipe him. Magruder's still on the move. He's taking forever. We got to wait for him. Come on. I still, Phil, I'm not sure I understand what you say that you're vindicated about. I still don't understand. So talk to me, man. What is it that you got right, like so right? Talk to me, man. I don't get it. Yankee didn't bring on 100,000 troops this year or anything. We still got them outmanned. The U.S. regulars didn't matter because I was trained up to regular in that battle. I just had fewer men and fewer guns. The AI behaved pretty well, better than it usually does. You know, you win, you lose. You win some, you lose some, man. Them's the breaks. Them's the damn breaks. Let's get up to Alexandria. Go. Let's go. Let's see. Let's see if it fills up. Wilson. Oh shoot! Now the weather's coming. Okay, so they're still here. Oh, don't be so glum, gentlemen. All is not lost in the West. Once we win this, which we will, we're just bogged down. Look, we're there. Okay, we drive McClellan off, and then I think our aspirations in Kentucky come back around to central Kentucky, and we fight for Bowling Green again. We drive these guys out of Nashville, retake Nashville with the big army, move it by rail down through here, back up through here, hit them, drive them away. They'll run away. We'll come back up to Bowling Green, drive up toward Louisville. Maybe McClellan's recovered by then. We fight him in another land battle or a field battle up that way. Or we continue and advance into eastern Kentucky, and then them advancing into Nashville. How much is that going to matter? They're not going to be able to hold it if I'm all the way back here. We're going to have to deal with some logistical issues going into Kentucky, but I am not, and we're still at 92 national morale, 92 national support. I am not discouraged in the least, gentlemen. Discouraged, and then folks piping up like, "Oh my God, see, I told you. Now you're going to lose." Come on. You guys are discouraged. You guys are discouraged, not me. Okay, we'll go ahead and start taking Alexandria. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, some of our brigades might have earned perks there after that Missouri battle. Let's take a look. Anybody? Nope. Wow. Okay. Now, Phil, I'll grant you that. Brigade perks are hard to earn. They are hard to earn. I don't know. You're saying that the regular troops would have been brought in with, like, automatic perks. By the way, that hospital right there is, we're probably going to lose it. Seems that way. By God. Yeah, I would say the East is the most significant theater, right? This is where we've got the best shot at scoring the big victory. Let's go ahead and take Magruder's wing. Ooh, he's got a perk. Let's go engineer pontoon bridges. Boom, pontoon train. And then we're going to come north on the railroad. Boom, right here. Go. In attack posture. Okay, we're coming forward a little more. Ewell is going to march forward in a forced march. The whole army's going, guys. The whole army is going. We're going to come back to Washington, D.C. again. And we're going to get on the attack against these Yankees up here in the Capitol. We'll see if they stand this time. Let's see what they decide they want to do. Okay, I think they're going to get out. I think they're going to get out. I wonder, are they going to come down here maybe? We got to deal with these guys at some point. Yeah, here they come. They're going to come down this way, it looks like. Our Department of Pennsylvania. What are you guys going to do? 14,000 troops, 20 guns? Yeah, I don't think they're doing anything. Ewell. Force march into D.C., man. Go. Army of Virginia. Same thing. Go. Force march into D.C. Let's go. Magruder, keep coming. Oh, really? Whoa. Okay. Wow, they caught up with us out here using the railroad movement. That's a nice move by them. So, well, we're just going to continue our retreats. Retreat. That gives us a chance to just get away, which I'm fine with. Not a good position for them, but we're still in the green. Everything's fine. Army of the Mississippi with 15,000 men. I don't know where those men came from, to be honest with you. Gee, many Christmas. Do we have bad intel on how many they've got? I wonder. I wonder. There we are, $4 super chat. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, man. Yes, extra ration of grog. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me. Give it to me stiff. All right, we're back in the capital again. We'll be taking it. Taking it over. Here on May 13th. Okay. Once we take that... The real South suffered worse disaster than this, I will say. Okay, I think this farm's been destroyed. Very good indeed. Now, let's go down and hit these farms. Yep, right here. Double time. You can see that the AI is not doing too much about what I'm doing here. Let's come up and get these farms right here. Indian raids continue. We're not going after Chicago just yet. We can't take it anyway. So what Phil is talking about, for those that don't know, he's been a big advocate for me going for this. The Regulars Act, which I could still do, by the way, and bring in, I think it's 6 brigades of regulars. But what ends up, what it costs you is this military experience, of which we continue to maintain an advantage of 8 over the Yankee troops. And we'll be taking D.C. We'll finish that up. Okay, we're going to send Magruder after Baltimore. Force march it, boys. Go. Stay on the offensive. All right, and then Ewell's going to go after him. Force march, go. All right, we got D.C. again. Now, what does that do? Right, that brings their national morale down a bit. Their national support remains 79. Construction of the Salem Depot in the state of Arkansas. Interesting, because we're not there anymore. Union citizens in dismay. Southern morale is boosted. The Confederate armies are once again triumphant, have captured the 3rd major city in the Union heartlands. This great feat of arms shows rebel armies, well commanded, can take the fight to the enemy and defeat them. Yes, indeed. We did the this capture 3 cities objective. Ooh, okay. CSA national morale +5. Okay. Fantastic. Look, man, we're, sure, the Yankees march into Nashville. All the citizens there know what's up. They all know what's up. Once again, the stream playback on my phone is being funny. That's so funny. I'm looking at the stream playback, the VOD on my phone right now. It has started over for some reason. I really don't understand what's going on here. Let's go green with this supply depot right here. Fantastic. Managed to grab that. Excellente. right. Well, things are kind of remain in situ here. We're on the run. We're kind of back into Arkansas. We'll have to probably combine these two armies now. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with Pillow. We're going to have to prosecute the rest of the war in the east. Let's go ahead and let's finish taking Baltimore and see what that does for us. Let's go ahead and finish these moves. And we'll go ahead and probably wrap the stream after that, gentlemen. It's been a good one. Been an exciting one, no doubt about it. I've had fun. Win or lose, man, I'm always having fun playing this game. And I'm encouraged about this stuff. Oh, shit. Okay, we lost sight of these boys. They may be marching at us here. Uh-oh. We're in the middle of a fort bombardment. We don't want to do that. Not necessarily. Okay. Tuscarora has been sunk. How did we get into a fort battle here? We were just sitting here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Here they go. Where are they going? Oh, they're on the retreat. They're on the retreat. Really? Interesting. I think our Navy might have compelled them. Excuse me. Ooh, I'm using my voice a lot tonight. Well, now I'd say anybody who was becoming a little disappointed about maybe the stream getting less interesting and the CSA campaign here in Grand Tactician getting less interesting because it seemed like I was winning it so handily by taking DC as early as I have. You know, again, I suffered from some victory disease there, and I think I got a little overconfident in my general feeling. And the AI, toasts us right here. They've got way more troops out here in Missouri than we do. That's just a straight up fact. Okay, they were on the retreat, but now they're not anymore. Okay, all right. I'm not sure what these guys are doing. That's interesting, though. I believe we'll take Baltimore forthwith. Yes, sir. It is done. Okay, they retreat all the way to their fort outside Baltimore right here. And Magruder brings himself into town. We'll have these armies to contend with now in the east. We'll probably sit tight for the time being, having gained what we have thus far. Let's look at the strategic situation now. It's 52 and 79 national support. I want to try and research more ways to get that national support number down. When we get into the next stream, gentlemen, we're going to continue into mid-May, as we have been doing. Yes, Phil, I see what you're saying there. I apologize. I know it is a little disappointing to not have the possibility truly of gaining Kentucky for the South. But I will say, what a good time I've had doing this tonight, gentlemen, with you all. Everybody who joined in the saloon. Phil, look, man, hey, mea culpa. Probably should have listened a little bit better about regulars early on. I hear you, brother. But we're not done. We are far from done. In fact, the CSA is winning the war right now. I didn't point that out, but the arrow for victory has now come over nice and healthily into the CSA side. We got them outmanned right now. I think we got them out-trained right now, and we'll see what the Union AI can put together as 1862 continues, of course. Thank you again for taking the time, gentlemen. Do not forget, click that thumbs up button for me. Subscribe to the channel. It's Alternate History Gaming with me, Bank60s, your humble and gracious player host, as always. And I will see you guys on the next one. Sunday night, it's back to War of Rights. Let's do it, boys. Yee yee! I'll see you then.